right.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Keisha. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. This is Monica speaking, you guys, by the way. I'm doing good. Our first topic today is, oh my goodness. So our first topic is about the first episode that we recorded, which got lost for.
But found.
Recently got found, like 2 days
Like-
ago.
Oh. I thought like an hour ago.
Oh,
Like
no.
2 days ago?
Oh no, actually yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday. So I guess what happened there was our first time recording the show. We recorded 3 episodes within the matter of like 2 hours. I can't.
My phone is on silent, but that's an alarm. You know, alarm don't. Funny.
I feel like this happens every time. Jesus, see, and you made me lose my train of thought. I cannot. So anyway, our first time recording the show, we recorded 3 episodes, and we downloaded, or the producer downloaded them onto a memory card, which then he transferred the files through WeTransfer. And I guess if I didn't download them within 7 days, then the files would be lost. And I don't know what happened. It was July 4th weekend. Actually, I do remember that. So we recorded like right before July 4th weekend, our first couple episodes. And yeah, I did not download them within 7 days because I kind of got mixed up in the holiday weekend and the store and everything. And then I think on day 9, I was like, hey, is there a way where you can just give us the memory card files instead of downloading it to my computer through the website? And the memory card was lost. And so were our episodes.
So we had to start over. But we don't have to start over anymore.
We don't have to start over anymore.
I'm
Because
kinda-
the episodes were found.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy they was found though, because it was like, that was like the first moment.
Yeah.
So it was like, and it was like organic. So I feel like we was gonna try to do that again. It was gonna be
Yeah.
like fake.
Yeah.
Then it was like, I was telling you how we first met or whatever,
Yeah.
and you didn't know, like, so
yeah,
now,
now I know, like.
yeah, so now we
like trying to recreate the
Yeah.
moment, the chemistry.
yeah, so it's gonna be fake.
Yeah.
So I'm happy, like, and that's like the very first episode. We've been talking about it. We finally did it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so I'm
happy we found it.
I am too. I'm relieved. Because we also recorded a second episode that was pretty good, pretty funny. And we got good feedback from the producer about how those episodes went. So it's just like, dang, we really lost that.
Yeah,
those first,
and I feel like that was better than the second one.
the second ones. Oh, yeah. So
The
we're
second-
still kind of getting our footing
Yeah.
in this podcast thing. But each episode has been like different and new. And we always touch on something like cool in the fashion
Yeah.
industry that
The second time I feel like I was sick or something. Like I was,
maybe.
like my energy was like down.
Are you energized today?
I think so.
First of all, that slow reply is like clearly not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I look energized?
Remember we was like, I speak with your chest. This
Yeah.
I'm turning your mic all the way up because you love speaking low.
Yeah.
Better.
Better. Like the second time, but the first time we had him sitting right there.
Yeah.
So he, like anything I was doing, he was calling out, like he was telling me like what was
Okay.
wrong.
Yeah.
The second time, I guess we thought we had it together. Well, I guess I thought I had
Yeah.
it together. So I seen on the floor. The
Yeah.
second time, so I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Here we
the
are.
third time.
Third time's the charm.
I think
For
we're
sure.
growing too.
I definitely think we're growing.
Like it's
I don't
like
think we're growing at the rate that we should. Like, for example, we're not as prepared as we should be every
Yeah.
single time we
Yeah.
come. We are never as
Yeah.
prepared as we want to be.
yeah,
So we definitely gotta do better in a lot of
Yeah.
things. But
yeah. We seen it, but we never did a podcast before, so
exactly. And I see such a need in the market for it. Like,
yeah,
all the podcasts that I listen to, anytime I try to listen to like fashion podcasts or fashion business podcasts, I can't really vibe with the people that are
mhm,
behind the mic. So hopefully this kind of fills that void for a lot of people
mhm,
and gives a lot of people information and knowledge that they otherwise wouldn't find other places.
yeah.
So let's jump into the main topic, which is
Down in the DM.
it goes down in the DMs. All right, so basically in the fashion industry, and I'm sure in a lot of industries, it's a thing where people on Instagram say no DMs, right?
Yeah, it's not even just the fashion. It's like business in general, like somebody like selling food or like someone doing hair or like any entrepreneur. Not any. Some respond to DMs, some don't.
But I personally respond to every DM.
So not last episode, but
one of them episodes.
I think it's the last episode that we did. I said don't respond to DMs, and you said respond to DMs.
Yes. So
we said this episode is going to talk about if you should respond or if you shouldn't respond.
Right. I'm from the standpoint of you should respond to DMs and you should take DMs and you should make it known that you respond to DMs and that you accept DMs. You have the standpoint of you should not accept DMs.
I'm in the middle, but I'm more so not.
Don't let me convince you. So you go through your standpoint first. Why do you think fashion designers...
No, you go first.
Oh, no, because I know I'm going to convince you to accept DMs.
No. I think you should respond to DMs, but I don't think you should respond to DMs.
So tell me be the devil's advocate. Like, why shouldn't you?
So, like...
respond or accept DMs at all?
Like, I think you should respond to DMs in, like, certain DMs. Like, if somebody is having problems on your website or whatever, I think you can respond and help them out through the website or whatever. Or like say if like a celebrity DM you. I don't think a celebrity would DM you. I think a celebrity would be professional and email you.
Right.
But like say if a celebrity DM you.
Or a celebrity's team.
Yeah. So that's the new way to communicate. So like I get it. Like I think you should find that way. But when people like ask, I don't want to say dumb stuff. But
you already said it though. Just say what you mean, what you say.
Cut that out.
No.
But like people would ask like, or like a lot of times like, sometimes like people just try to be your friend in a DM or like.
Try to be your friend in what way?
Like, somebody always sending you heart eyes or. No. Okay, you gotta go first. You gotta go first.
Go ahead. I didn't know people send heart eyes. I've never gotten a heart eye in my DMs.
Oh, yes, you have.
Like in your story? Like they respond to your story with a heart eye? Oh yeah, of course you don't respond to that. But if they send a message, do you respond? You think you can't respond if they send a message? Like,
no, I don't think you should respond to like that stuff.
Okay, I agree with that, but that I don't think that is what people are talking about when they have in their bio. I don't accept DMs. I think what they're talking about is when you literally DM their brand page. Hi, this is coming in a size small.
I don't think you should respond to that.
Okay, exactly. Why?
It's on the website.
Yes, it is on the website.
So why didn't you go to the website?
But
I don't know.
You are of the thought that
it's just
questions that can be answered on the website you should not respond to.
But like, you get a million cajillion DMs.
Yeah.
So I think that if you just respond to DMs, you'll get stressed out. Also, like trying to do business through the DMs versus like on a website is through a third person. So like if y'all do have problems, like it's proof is even though it's proof nor in the DMs, but I think it's I don't know, I just think it's unprofessional.
I see what you're saying for sure.
I can't even prove my point. I can't even explain my point.
Okay, so let me go through my point for sure. So number one, you can set up
first.
No, because I didn't want to convince you otherwise before you said why you think you shouldn't respond to DMs. And I do understand that customers always send questions that can be answered, not even just through the website, but also through your bio. Like, people will ask me, "Hi, are you a fashion designer?" It literally says that.
I don't think you should respond to that.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Right,
Yeah.
I think you should.
Why?
Because I think that customers, certain customers need help. And I think that the more you respond, the more likely that customer is to purchase from you.
Okay.
Versus if they sent that question and you never responded, but they saw that you saw it,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, oh, they're ignoring me.
I wouldn't open it. I would just
Even
don't let them know that you seen it.
Even that, it doesn't. For me, I'd rather see it, respond to it, and then direct them to my website than not say anything at all, because I don't want to miss the opportunity for a customer. Some people really aren't sure, and when you think about it, my customer in particular, half of those are teenagers who are just not as I'm pausing for the correct vocabulary word. They don't look at things in the bio sometimes, or I don't know what they miss sometimes, but it never hurts to make it more clear. For me, I've had customers where they were like, "Hi, do you make gowns?" Of course that says that in my bio. Of course my whole page is literally gowns, me making gowns.
Right.
So it would only make sense that literally I make gowns, and that I am a fashion designer that makes gowns. It also says I specialize in gowns. Everything pretty much says what the question is that I have been asked. Yet I will still respond like, "Hey, yes I do. You can check out my work on this page, or you can check it out on my website. And if you have any questions, feel free to book a consultation through the link in my bio."
I think that's...
And those customers, half the time, book a consultation, which is a fee, through the link in my bio. So I just made money from responding to that, what could be considered not so intelligent question. Because I just took out the time just to respond that way. And I have a whole bunch of like pre-written responses.
Me too. I only have 3. I don't have a whole bunch. I have 3.
Yeah. I mean, all you need is 3. Really. Most of my responses are yes, comma, if you have questions, you can book a consultation through the link in my bio. That is literally most of my responses. Because every person who has several questions can book a consultation. Sometimes customers will ask, oh, does this dress come in a size small? Yes, it does. If you check out my website, you can see all the sizes and colors that this dress comes in. Then they respond, okay, thank you so much for getting back to me. That took, 2 seconds out of my life, but that might be a $400 to $1,000 order because my stuff is high priced. So I would rather respond to what may seem like a simple question, just because it looks like good customer service. And sometimes the questions are more in depth. Sometimes the questions are like, hey, I know this gown only comes as a gown, but is it possible to get it in a short dress? I would be willing to pay $500. Now, if you already have the prerequisite of, especially in your bio, I don't accept DMs, and that customer doesn't want to go the extra mile of looking for the button to click your email, putting in a subject line, typing hi, comma, I was wondering if I feel like customers want a quick answer to the point, and sometimes it's just quicker and easier to send a DM than to go through the email process and send a formal email. Because to a lot of people, it is formal to send an email, and they don't mentally want to think about how should I word this email, how should I put the sentences, oh, this needs a period to the person of, sometimes they don't want to think that much and be that formal. So it's just easier to put in a DM like, hey, can I get this way instead of that way, versus that it's not the same type of thing that you would write in an email, or the way that you write in an email. What do you think? Am I convincing you so far?
No, I see your side.
You
But
see
I'm
my side?
saying, for my brain, I wouldn't respond. Still, like I see what you're saying, but
Mhm.
I still wouldn't respond.
I feel like I know for a fact that my responses to DMs during, I want to say between January and June of 2022 probably made me an extra $15,000.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want that money.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that money?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I mean, if you don't like money, just say that, you know?
I think it's like certain. This is like a certain. I don't know. You won this one, cause
No, I'm being serious because I think if you're asking a person to spend their hard-earned money with you, but you can't respond to a DM like, does this dress come in a size small, which only takes a reply of yes, then the customer might go to somebody else that does respond.
But think about all the big brands. They don't respond
You ain't big.
to DM.
You ain't dumb.
But
Because they could also, yeah, I know you're trying to get there, but while you get there, you have to have returning customers that support your brand and buy from you first. You can't get there without money, right? And you can't get money without customers, and you can't get customers without quality customer service. So,
Yeah. But
Yeah,
customer service not only in the DM.
I 100% agree that it's not only in DMs, but I think that a customer sending a DM, a customer is sending a DM because it is a quicker and easier way to respond, and it is their preferred way of communication. I have a lot of clients who only send me emails because it is their preferred way of communication. I know that if I send to a client and who has already sent me a DM, hey, actually I prefer emails, which it also states in my bio or something, then they might send me an email, or they might just go on to the next brand.
Right.
And because I am not Fashion Nova or Pretty Little Thing or House of CB or J Lux brand, whatever, I will still respond to them because I know I could lose this customer to another brand that is more established.
Right.
So at this point in time, I do have to give excellent customer service to everyone that comes along, whether I feel the question wasn't necessary or not.
You don't think? How's your website? Is your website very easy?
I believe it's easy.
Okay.
You see the clothing, you can click on the collections. It's a drop down menu that says gowns, dresses, pants, sets, whatever. When you click on gowns, it says what sizes, what colors it comes in. I try to leave long descriptions. I also put link Instagram videos and stuff to each garment so you can see how it moves and all those things. And then also under everything on my website, it says, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at ... And if you need anything as far as like custom measurements done, we can also do that for you. Again, also email at ... Or visit our size page, our size chart page to check your size before you order. So I try to put as much information as possible on my website to avoid certain questions. But if somebody just needs the reassurance that this is going to come and fit them perfectly, or they have a question about anything, I am in a position to respond to a quick 15-second DM to just ensure the customer that we're here for you.
But you know how, like brands, like the post office, right?
Okay.
So you're trying to call the post office, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get directed to, like big brands like that. It's just harder to get in touch with somebody. So I think like.
Do you think that you're as big as the United States Post Office? Where are we going?
But it's like, just, I don't know. I think it should be harder for the customer to reach you.
Those messages do not have to be by you. Those can be automatic responses. You can set it up in a way to where if a customer sends you anything at all, without even the algorithm reading it, the response could be, hey, all questions could be answered through this tab on my website. So even though you technically don't respond to DMs, all customers who do DM you are getting a response. I just think to leave every DM unresponded to in any fashion, whether that's automatic or not, is a lack of understanding for the value of your customers' money. If especially now, fashion. Keep in mind, Fashion Nova, or not even them, but like websites that are very popular with a huge mass of not just items on their websites, but also customers. They have a little bit more leeway than we do as individual or smaller brands. They can afford to not answer you. However, if you are 3 sales away from not making money this week, I think you should respond to the DM. I think you should. Or I think until you get to a point where you are continuously making over 10K a month, you should be responding to every DM. You need to be building your customer base and showing your customers the quality of your service and how much you care about them. You need to be replying to every comment under your post, whether it's Twitter, TikTok, whatever social you have. I think you should be replying under every comment. I think you should engage with your customers because they will be if they are not already your customers. Responding to a DM or a comment will make them buy from you. They're like, oh my god, this girl is so nice. Let me try a dress from here instead of .com. I want to support this person because they literally reply every time I comment under their post, or they literally reply to every simple-minded question I ask. Like, I think it shows that you care about them, their money, their time.
It do.
And that you appreciate them even writing you, because they didn't have to ask you the question, but they're asking you the question for reassurance before they purchase. So by you not responding, you're losing out on purchases.
Yeah.
And like I said, I made at least an extra 15K just from responding to DMs and having continual conversations with these customers. So if a communication is like, hey, I just want to know if this comes in a size small, and then I reply like, hey, yeah, you can definitely find it on my website. It does come in a size small, and it comes in other colors too, which again you can also find on my website. And then they reply again, hey, I saw it on your website, but actually now I want it in the color red. Is that possible? Okay, well I know that's a question that probably can't be asked through the website. So again, I'm gonna respond, hey, actually that fabric or the product doesn't come in red, but here's 3 other dresses that do come in red, or it can come in red. If you wanted to purchase this, I have these available in red. Okay, now the customer is like, oh my god, thank you for telling me which items come in red. I actually want the second one. Okay, maybe the second one is actually out of stock on my website, or maybe it's not on my website at all that it comes in red. But I just told them that this can be ordered in red. All right, well now, since we have a communication, some sort of relationship in their mind and my mind, now that we have a communication going, they're more likely going to be like, okay, let me get that in red. Can you send me a link to purchase it? Well, I certainly can. But I would have lost out on this sale if I had not responded to the first question, which was, in your mind, a question that did not need to be responded to.
But like me, I feel like I don't really think about the sale. Yes, but before I used to just take everything, and I learned not to do it.
Right.
I want to be hard to get. As a designer, I want to be hard to book.
Yes.
So.
And that can be part of your
all money isn't good money, so I'm not pressed to respond. And I do want to work with a certain.
The type of person that only sends emails?
No, I do want to work with certain customers.
Okay, and if there's certain customer DMs you're not gonna respond though.
Yeah.
How would you? You wrote in your bio. First of all, you already put them off by saying, I don't accept DMs.
I know, it's in my bio.
Exactly.
And I haven't got DMs. I got DMs a few. But I haven't got DM services up to date on my phone.
Which is something that you want, which is fine. I'm just saying you're leaving money on the table. For you, you don't want money right now.
It's
You
not
want to
about-
figure out.
It's not about money. Like, it's
Right.
about the right customer. Like,
Have you gotten- okay.
I want my customers right.
Uh-huh.
Like, my brand,
Mhm.
I want. Okay, so my brand, I want those customers. I don't know. Like, you know how. Remember. And. Oh, you still heard me. Remember, she used to come in the store, but it's not like your type of customer.
Right.
So I don't want to take those type of customers.
But how do you know that those customers won't email you?
Everybody, you're right.
Like when you,
But I don't want to book through emails either. I want to book through the website. Like, I
Okay.
want people to buy the stuff because they like it. Like,
of course. But I'm
So
assuming
when
that the
people-
person possibly went to the website, had a question, and emailed you, or went to the website, had a question.